When it comes to GTA, we've had the medium-shaking, generation-defining delights of the PS2 trilogy, the tonal-shifting GTA 4, and the almost apologetically ridiculous, all-wounds-healing GTA 5, but GTA Online? Now that became something else entirely. Rockstar as a company have been so utterly blown away by the success of the multi-million-dollar making online component to GTA 5, they've all but stopped making games. Where once we had everything from Bully to the Warriors, Manhunt to table tennis, the 2010s have seen only Red Dead Redemption, Max Payne 3, and a lot of GTA Online DLC packs. Going into GTA 6, clearly both Rockstar and Take-Two are crunching the financials on multiplayer versus single player, dynamic player interactions versus sandboxes filled with AI. Whatever GTA 6 ends up being, it can't just be a glorified expansion to GTA Online set in a new environment. I'm Scott from WhatCulture.com, and this is GTA 6, 8 Unexpected Risks Rockstar Must Take. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to stay notified. Ding, ding, done. Number 8. Release GTA Online as a standalone game. There is one home truth to GTA Online. Those who play it only play it, and those who don't could not care less. There is no such thing as a casual GTA Online player, and to a good half of GTA's fanbase, the idea of playing online just isn't why they come to the franchise. Instead, they want missions, incredibly fun scenarios that come from various AI scripts bashing into one another at random. In short, they want the GTA that was established back in Part 3, done in new and increasingly fun ways. For the others, and some substantial financials do back this up tenfold, they're more than happy spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on shark cards, amassing digital collections of cars, homesteads, and everything in between. You can live an entire digital life inside GTA Online, and these two contrasting approaches to essentially one game should be separated going forward. Let GTA Online be its own behemoth. Give it the Battle Royale modes and maybe even release it as a free-to-play game. Shark cards make millions a day in microtransactions no matter what. Only then can we have a dedicated team of Rockstar's finest putting their all into the narrative side of the franchise. Number 7. Cast the whole game with A-listers. Rockstar have noted in the past that they moved away from identifiable voices because an audience would only hear the actor, but I respectfully disagree. Something that used to exemplify the older GTAs, we haven't had a celebrity/star-studded voice cast since San Andreas. Yes, GTAs 4 and 5 had the occasional cameo, but it was nothing on everyone from Samuel L. Jackson to Shaun Ryder popping up to voice some lovable individuals. Put simply, there's no major reason not to make GTA the biggest franchise in town when it comes to production. All-star voice casts give us scores of lovable characters, padding out the worlds that they're in and making their respective installments all that more fun to get through. At this stage, GTA is big enough that Rockstar could get anybody, so let's see some legends of cinema and the small screen make an appearance. Number 6. Embrace the eyes of the world controversy. Once the world's most dangerous franchise, GTA almost neutered itself coming out of GTA 4. Following Rockstar's maturation of the series' direction to tell a more traditional tale of how manufactured the American dream can be, GTA 5 had a much talked about torture scene, but that was it. Even this torture scene felt forced, like some aging punk band trying their best to reconnect with those anarchic roots that once ensnared them a fanbase in the first place. Thankfully, it resulted in a formula for financial success like nothing else. And yet, something's been lost. GTA's entire appeal is voyeuristically indulging in the darkest desires of humanity's preternatural bloodlust. It exists as a black mirror to Western society, a way to act out, say things that shouldn't be said, and do anything that simply isn't acceptable in real life. GTA 5 let us do all of these things, almost in a cartoon fashion, but with more narrative weight, specific scenarios that reflect real-world woes, and characters with real motivations. GTA could be the politician-scaring behemoth it once was all over again. Number 5. Take major influence from storytelling heavyweights to write something truly great. Another ongoing facet of narrative design in gaming is self-reflection. GTA 4 attempted to write a full story about the allure of the criminal life to an ex-soldier looking to just get things done and move on, and GTA 5's Trevor was absolutely a comment on how the average person plays GTA. But to be honest, neither of these really landed. Nico Bellic's character was undone by the very actions we were allowed to partake in, his cutscene dialogue portraying a different person to everything we did in between. And Trevor, he was so unbelievably over the top, doing everything from making comments about eating people to butchering friendly characters just trying to help him, that any comment he could have made on GTA as a franchise was completely obscured. Now look, GTA absolutely doesn't need to do anything in the way of Uncharted 4's family life-loving Nathan Drake or God of War's self-reflective Kratos, but if Rockstar could make their own franchise a focal point for millions of future conversations on violence in games and its appeal, that wouldn't be half bad. Number 4. A custom-voiced protagonist with a variety of roles to play. Perhaps the answer to GTA's never-ending problem with believability and ludonarrative dissonance, where a character's actions in-game betray how they act elsewhere, is to have a completely custom character from the beginning, but with a fully voiced performance backing them up. Comparisons would be the original Mass Effect trilogy, which, discarding the ending, made our choices feel impactful throughout, alongside Fallout 4, both in terms of fully voiced and yet custom protagonists. Both these games came with myriad dialogue options and branching paths, and though GTA doesn't need to upend its cutscenes or general pace, many will remember how in GTA 3 you could choose to kill mission giver Kenji if you accepted a hit from someone else, changing the the way that plot played out. Things like this would give GTA such a great sense of immersion, letting Rockstar get away from writing specific characters and instead just a blank slate that we can then draw on whatever we like. Number 3, the entire story played from a cop's perspective. Okay, so hands up, what is the craziest thing GTA could do that no one would expect, and yet it would still be insanely cool to see? I'm gonna go with flipping the entire setup of the franchise and letting us play as the police. From multiple protagonists letting you approach situations from a variety of directions at once, to taking part in cop chases with a full array of spike strips and deployable items, it would work perfectly. Older GTAs have routinely let us do vigilante missions already, where the latter was playable, and games like The Getaway, Black Monday, or Sleeping Dogs showed how great rule-bending / undercover thriller stories can be incredibly engaging. Because let's be honest, if there's one thing GTA has never had, it's a truly great story the game is worth playing to see through. Number 2, a drastically different animation set for movement and gunplay. Think about movement and gunplay in GTA. I mean, it's serviceable at best, right? From spongy cover systems to lock-ons or manual targeting mechanics that never quite feel as tight as they should, this extends to just how we interact with the world overall. It's almost what you put up with for the sake of everything else. Back when San Andreas dropped, we all remarked in amazement at the ability to mantle over a fence, or in The Warriors, how you could maintain a sprinting speed while vaulting over a variety of objects. All that seems to have gone away in GTA overall, but a system not unlike Uncharted's blend of climbing and aiming in all directions while on the go or mantling / dangling from ledges would aid tenfold in combat. Games like The Wheelman, Pursuit Force, and Sleeping Dogs also gave us the ability to jack cars on the move, a gameplay mechanic that helps immensely in getaways, but of course it might be a little bit too over the top for GTA. Regardless, moving and shooting in GTA should feel as good and fun to play as its worlds do look to explore. Number 1, ditch the numbers and soft reboot the franchise. At what point do you ditch the numbers and start all over again? At what point do you acknowledge that GTA is so huge it serves multiple audiences all striving for different things? Right now we can say that GTA is 1, for those who like offline single-player AI sandboxes, 2, the same again but in a more mature sense like GTA 4, and 3, for multiplayer gamers who want to live digital lives inside an entire metropolis of transactions and shared wealth. Maybe GTA can be all of these things, or maybe it would be better off soft rebooting itself, ditching the numbers and going with either a definitive Grand Theft Auto label with a new direction, or GTA Retribution / any plot-related buzzword. The latter lets Rockstar flex their storytelling muscles as they once used to, whilst the former establishes GTA as a platform not unlike FIFA or Madden or even Call of Duty. We're seeing Call of Duty Black Ops 4 ditch its single player for the sake of testing the waters on Call of Duty as a platform, rather than a series of sequels. It's this approach that could actually be way healthier for GTA in the long run.
Hey guys, thanks for making it to the end of the video. Aren't you a star? Don't forget to subscribe below, and also the people who made this video, they're right here, so go and follow them and give them some love. If you want to see more content, there's probably some stuff flowing up above my head. Why not check it out? It could be fun. I'm not your dad.